All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the WrestleDeath podcast. My name is Rich, and of course, we have the co-host of co-hosts. We got Joe Beisler in the building. We got the weapons expert repping the Bocce Boys. We got John Hammer in the building.
What's going on?
And we got the most decorated American deathmatch wrestler walking planet Earth. We got Matt Tremont in the building tonight.
Sir.
Yeah.
Hello.
Brother.
Thank you for having me.
Oh, thank you for coming on. So, 8 fucking years. So, do you get reflective this time of year when, do you ever look at it like where you were 8 years from now till now?
I get reflective a lot, especially like last year going into 7 years. I just think about, we made it 7 years, and we survived another year this year. So heading into 8 years, I'll go back and watch old stuff. Like I watched the first show the other day that we had. I watched last year's anniversary weekend. So I definitely get reflective and nostalgic when we get towards the anniversary shows. Yes.
So what are you looking forward to the most this weekend coming up? It doesn't have to be one thing. It can be a couple things.
Yeah. Aside from, being in the ring, because that's really the only thing I have I look forward to myself that, gets me excited about anything is wrestling. But seeing all the progression of everybody on the roster, because pretty much our entire roster now is all students that came up through the H2O school. Aside from the few veterans like Bam and Mouse and Louie, the entire roster is all students that came up through here. Austin, Declan, Stretch, Anthrax. So to see and they've all been here 3, 4, 5 years now. So to see them all, progress the way they have and, started, working the opening matches of the card, and now they're in main events and big angles and storylines that we're doing. So just to see them progress and be like a proud dad and see, how well they've done and what they're going to do. So yeah, just excited to see everybody be excited and see their progression continue and celebrate 8 years.
I love it.
I'm proud to say I've been there for all 8.
Yes, you have. Thank you, Joe. I appreciate it.
Dude, listen, we talk all the time when I see you, but you legitimately have made life better. H2O is like a second home. I'll always appreciate that.
It means a lot. And like I say it after a lot of the shows, once the cameras are off, and I thank everybody for coming. And I genuinely do mean that. We're not a big company with money behind it. We strive, thrive, and survive off of you guys supporting us every month. And I've seen you there, corner by the entranceway, since the first show in Woodbury Heights to the hot ass H2O Wrestling Center. It'll probably be hot this weekend.
Sorry, we beat the Heat.
Yes. But no, I appreciate it. It's seeing a lot of the same faces every month that, support us. It means a lot. And, you guys continue to enjoy what we do. So, I hope we're doing something right.
Yeah. Oh, for sure.
Oh, yeah. Hammer, what you got?
I also feel he's saying that he hopes he's doing something right. I feel within the past, maybe 6 months, I've seen a lot of new faces popping up in H2O.
Oh, yeah.
Like fan faces. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like first timers and all that. So clearly you are doing something right if more people are coming out or bringing friends, check this shit out, word of mouth. So definitely the fans have increased, and I've seen a lot of new faces that I don't normally see. You know what I mean? So
yeah,
that's true.
I
know my sister.
I've definitely seen that this month. I do everything behind the scenes, all the tickets. So like I see everybody, when they're reserving them, and it is a lot of new people and new faces, especially this year. So it's been nice and good to see new people finding us and then checking out the product and then sticking with us. So it's been, this year's been my favorite year of H2O so far. Just been with what we've been doing, and then seeing all the new people check us out, whether they're seeing us here live or on IWTV or just through social media, because that stuff helps tremendously.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, my sister's been trying to go, but she's a single mom with a 5-year-old. But I've showed her some stuff, and she's like, I got to get over there. She's done the GCW a couple times. And she's, it's just one of those things, because we grew up watching wrestling together, but she stopped watching. But like the mainstream is all, it's overproduced, it's Hollywood, all these lights and fireworks and stuff. But she checks out like what you have going on, and like the other indie feds, like she fell back in love with it. And one of the things that she wants to do is go to H2O. So I'm gonna try to, I don't know, maybe get her a babysitter or something, and head out to Williamstown. So we talked about right now, was backtrack a little bit. Like, what got you into pro wrestling? Like, what made you a fan?
I probably started watching when I was probably 9 or 10. First thing I saw was WWE, WCW, ECW. And then the first independent show I went to was in 2002. Main event of the show was a guy just inducted in the Hall of Fame, Abdul the Butcher. He wrestled Terry Funk at the Burlington Fire Hall in Burlington, New Jersey. That was the main event. I went sorely for that main event. So I at the age of 13, I saw Terry Funk versus Abdul the Butcher live, and from that point on, I knew this was something I wanted to venture into at some point.
I love it. So who were your favorite wrestlers growing up?
Abby, of course, Terry Funk, Kevin Sullivan, Mick Foley, Taz, Eddie Kingston. Those are my main guys, and Nick Gage, of course.
Yeah,
love it. Love it.
Nick's a big influence on me. He's the sole reason why I went to CZW every month.
Yeah,
that was a long time ago.
Young Dozer.
Yes.
The young Dozer. I love it.
That's crazy though. Just to have, you Matt Tremont looks up to Nick Gage, and then all these new wrestlers are looking up to Matt Tremont. It just, the waterfall effect is crazy. You know what I'm saying?
It's pretty wild.
I'm sure.
The TOD where Gage wrestled Kobayashi, I think it was TOD 9. I was in the crowd, and then the next year TOD 10, I was in Tournament of Death. That's right. And TOD 9, I took the picture with Dickie before the show, and then the next year I was in the damn thing, and then let's see, that was 2011. Then like 5-6 years later, we had the trilogy of matches at GCW. So yeah, very surreal. Life's pretty crazy.
And it's funny, Matt, that you bring that up, because that's what I was going to say. Is now I'm sure these guys have seen it, but witnessing all three of those matches live was just some of the greatest matches I've ever seen. And I'm not bullshitting. I've seen a lot. And dude, those three matches were so entertaining, and the crowds were so hot. It was just perfect.
They were wild. I miss Game Changer World and Hal. That was an awesome, great venue for deathmatch wrestling. And we've never had a singles match since then. We kind of made a pact with each other because those three matches were so special that if we just keep them at that and never have a singles match again, I think it just adds to that lore of those three matches. So we've kept it a pack this long. I would like to wrestle Nick one more time, before, in the future sometime. But yeah, those three were very special. They were awesome, and we never locked up before those three matches, and we had chemistry in the ring, and yeah, still to this day, those are three of my favorite matches I've had. Nick's the man. Nick's the man.
Yeah. I mean,
I gotta say the cinder block death match.
I'm saying the cinder blocks was insane.
Because I said this a few times, but like I did union concrete work for like 8.5 years, and like I know how unforgiving those things are. So I gotta say, probably the most brutal match I've ever seen.
Those cinder blocks are rough.
I can only imagine. Like I've been hit in the face with those things, like working, not as part of a match, but like as a union guy, and I don't know, man.
Like, he was getting pile driven on that sit. He was getting slammed.
Yeah. God bless your soul.
I took a superplex off the top rope from Nick.
Yeah.
Onto those concrete slabs. I smacked the fuck out of my ankle. My ankle was fucked up for like a year and a half. So that was probably the worst thing to come out of it. But yeah, that match was brutal, and it hasn't been done since.
You think you'll do that one again?
I mean, I definitely would, but I don't know who's going to do it with me.
Okay. All right. So like it's one of those like never say never type deals.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah,
or you definitely would. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Just got to have the right person, the right opponent.
Yes.
Yeah. Somebody willing to be as nuts as he is.
Yeah.
Yeah. Speaking of concrete, just to bring up,
one thing I
was going to bring up just the 8-year anniversary again. How you feel about having a bare boards match in your building?
Oh, Casey's crazy. Neil's crazy.
Right.
I know they've been wanting to work each other one-on-one for some time, so I'm glad we were able to make it happen. It's plus no rope barbed wire on top of it. Another match I know very well. It's going to be good. That's 100% the main event on night 2, and for the Danny Havoc title. It's going to be awesome. I expect craziness from both of them.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's gonna be a good one.
We have seen some stuff.
All right, so I gotta ask. So you come out to Journey, Separate Ways by Journey. So what made you want to come out to that?
Well, I was aware that Yamakawa in Big Japan Pro Wrestling, he used it before I did. So, and I was a fan of him. But going into a match at CZW in 2014, it was the Tango Web match. I was wrestling Devin Moore, and I was teasing at the time online going my separate ways from CZW. So just to further the story I was trying to tell going into that Tango Web match in 2014, I was like, fuck it, I'll come out the separate ways. I came out to it, and it just stuck, and it worked, and I've been using that song forever since. So it worked. I owe Steve Perry a lot. That song, a good song will make you in wrestling, even and get you more over than you already are. So I owe a lot to that song. People wait for that song, so it's pretty cool, coming out to it.
I sang it in a car to that. So
yeah, you did. I saw it.
And listen, I love the frequent release entrance, obviously, but yeah, Separate Ways is there's just something about it. It just
it hits different.
Yeah, it's just
that's definitely like an entrance of like one of the top threes in the in the indie scene in the deathmatch world. You know what I mean? Because you got Matt with Separate Ways, you got Nick Gage with fucking you know what I'm saying? And then I mean, you could even put fucking Neil Diamond Cutter in there with fucking God damn it, I can't think of the song.
Sweet Caroline.
There you go. Yeah. Sorry.
He's drinking beer. He doesn't know Sweet Caroline.
No, it's been a long fucking day in the sun. You know what I mean?
I hear you, bro. I couldn't think of the word container earlier. I don't feel like what are those things, on the big ships?
Yeah, it's been a long
Yeah,
day.
it was a rough day in the air conditioning at the office today.
This fucking guy.
Yeah, fuck you, Rich.
Yeah, hey, it is what it is. I had to step outside a bunch of times to make phone calls, though. So
Yeah, and all those phone calls that Jasmine didn't work.
how we doing, Jazz? Mm-mm. Yeah, she's something else.
Well, here's a question I have for Matt, because I know he was involved in, doing promotions with other people like Loudy and little things that you had done. What made you finally want to just do your own?
So I was living in Philly with Loudy. He's one of my best friends. Loudy's the one. He don't get enough credit for a lot of my career. He discovered me at a little company called DWF in Pennsauken, New Jersey, and then Loudy would introduce me to Brett, and then to Gary, Smart Mark Gary, and that's pretty much how I got into CZW, and the rest is history. So like Loudy's very, very influential in my career. And then we lived together in Philly, and we were doing small shows in Jersey, and we wanted to start our own thing. So we started On Point Wrestling in 2013, and we did that together till about 2016, 2017. And then I started to, I started traveling a lot more. I opened my store in the Berlin Flea Market selling action figures. And then, On Point was always Loudy's baby, even though it was both of us doing it together. We shared the vision, but at the same time, I wanted to start something of my own as well. So that's when I wanted to do H2O and then get that going. So, in the beginning of H2O, I was still with On Point, and then I slowly, faded off, and it was just Loudy doing OPW, and then just me doing H2O. But as much as I always wanted to wrestle, I always wanted to book and promote and, start something of my own and create something, with other people. A lot of H2O in the beginning was me and Danny Havoc, and we really started H2O just to have a place with all our friends, just to have fun and wrestle, which mainly what it was. And then when Grant retired, he still helped behind the scenes, coming up with, stipulations for matches and drawing crazy gimmick matches up. And I would do all the booking and the promoting. But yeah, as much as I wrestle, I've always wanted to book and promote, and that's why I started H2O, and then now we're here 8 years later.
Yeah,
I love it.
Big props to you for running for 8 years.
right.
I mean,
other
H2O
companies have done it, but indie companies, it's rare when,
I mean,
it's rare
Extreme Championship Wrestling was only around for 7. H2O's been around for 8.
Mm-hmm.
I'm proud of that. It's a lot, there's headaches at times, but like where we're at now, I've been running shows, for the amount of time that I have. It's I got a good system going, and it's just like I say it all the time. It's another day at the office, but it really is. It's easy running the shows now. Like when I first started running and booking shows, I was super stressed and anxiety, and now it's just it's a good cycle, good circle now of, and everybody knows what they're doing. So putting on the shows and running the shows are pretty easy now. But yeah, it can be stressful. Like I said, we don't got we thrive and strive off the money we make at the door and selling a hot dog and selling a DVD and a poster. But it goes a long way, so I can pay the bills and keep the lights on and pay the rent here. We've been here in this hot ass building now for 6 of those 8 years. So, again, everybody that comes to the shows and watches on live on IWTV and on demand, it goes a long way, and it helps us, pay the bills and keeps us going. So, 8 years is, pretty cool. I wish Grant was still here to see what we're doing now. I know he would, still be helping and behind the scenes, and probably would have got him to wrestle again too, which would have been cool. But
Nice.
yeah, it's awesome. This, aside from everything I've ever done in the ring, individually, any kind of like what legacy or whatever you want to label it or look at it, running H2O, running it the right way, and just giving people opportunity, and just seeing all my students do their thing is, the best thing I can look back on that I'm most happy and proud of.
Not only did you teach a good class of actual wrestlers, but actual people, because everybody there is fucking awesome, and that's one of the even great things too. Because they hello to everybody, they talk to everybody. I mean, and that's why I say, dude, it's like a second home, because almost everybody knows everybody, and it's just a great vibe there. And I'll never stop saying that.
I appreciate it. No, there's a good group of people here, and I'm very protective of who I allow in my locker room and in the building, just because when we started H2O, the big thing was having the number one thing was having a good locker room, no issues, no drama. We would run into some hiccups later in H2O, but we've gotten past all that now, and just the group of people here in the locker room that are here to perform. The kids that are here helping, whether it's Terrence is an unsung hero of H2O. I've known Terrence and Brophy for so long. Terrence has been running our door, doing tickets, keeping track of money. Brophy doing merch. The IWTV crew. So it's just everybody knows each other. Everybody gets along. So it's it's not a normal show. Like I'll go to a show, this past weekend, and I'm, it's another show. It's another booking, but when it's H2O weekend, it's kind of just like, oh, all the families coming here to have fun, because there never is no issues or drama, and everyone here is just doing what they love to do, and then going out there and having fun, vibing off of you guys, because you guys are having fun. So it's always a good time, pretty much.
I love it.
Yeah, dude.
You definitely have a solid crew over there. It's well run. You got some good bros over there, like you said, Terrence and Brophy, and even like your guys like Dylan and Marcus Mathers and those guys, like good kids, Declan Grant, solid guys.
Yeah,
totally. So how did so you got Chattanooga coming up in October, I think. How did that come about?
Just mainly probably like the last 6 months to a year, going down to Chattanooga with ICW, getting to meet everybody down there, Dylan Hales, the Rev and Tank and all them guys. Just good. I really love Southern style wrestling, so I love going down there. Everybody's extremely nice and polite and respectful. They treat me great down there. So just going down there for ICW shows, building up the relationship with everybody down there. Them being a fan of the H2O product, and going back and forth with ideas. And then the last time we were down there, we really turned up the volume with a discussion of H2O hitting the road, which we rarely do. I think outside of Jersey, we've run Massachusetts at Restival a couple years ago, and the early days of H2O, we ran one show in Dayton, Ohio. Everything else has been here in Jersey, so I know there was interest to hit the road and to run a show outside of here. TWE reminds me just pretty much of another H2O. Just good family, good locker room. Everyone knows each other. Everybody's extremely nice. So if I'm going to run anywhere outside of here, it's going to be a place where I want to be comfortable, and that I know we could do good business. That H2O could thrive in. So yeah, it's Halloween weekend, usually at H2O here in Jersey, but we're going to make the I think 9 or 10 hour trip, however long it is.
About 10 hours. Yeah.
And we're going to do a 3-day weekend down there. TWE Friday, October 25th. Then we'll do TWE versus H2O Saturday the 26th. And then we'll bring Tremont's Deathmatch Tournament 5 to Tennessee on Sunday the 27th. So probably once we get through the anniversary weekend, I'll start putting some information out about that. Just got to handle a few logistics and stuff, figure out what we're going to do for ticket prices and, see what talent's available and so on and so forth. But no, I'm looking forward to it. It's going to be fun.
No, I'm going.
Yeah, but like what you said though, Matt, that is really like true if you think about it. Because I don't know if Rich and Joe, I don't know if you guys have been to TWE yet. I don't think you have.
No, this is going to be my first time, and I'm fucking pumped.
What he said, it really TWE. I give them credit. They are a very fucking amazing building to be in with all the people that are there. They're all awesome. It is like a second H2O. 100%. I agree with Matt's statement on that. So
that's perfect, dude. That's what I want to hear. I love that.
No, I have every.
And they have air conditioning in their building.
Oh, all right.
They got one up on us. So there's AC in the building.
Yeah. Yeah. Me and Marty, we're making the trip and we're going. He already made the plans for us, so we're going.
Party Marty, he better have that fucking Mountain Dew Baja Blast.
I'm sure it's on the list. I'm sure it is.
Oh man! Shout out to Party Marty.
Yeah,
he's a good kid.
He is. He is a good kid.
Yeah.
So TWE H2O. Have you ever been down to local wrestling in Houston?
No. I've wrestled in Texas a handful of times. I did Inspire Pro years ago. I forget exactly where that was. And then when CZW ran Mania weekend in Dallas years ago, that's my only wrestling that I've been a part of, and haven't seen any local independent wrestling. I know Loco runs down there and like Wrestle Rave. I've seen some clips and stuff online, but haven't been there and haven't seen anything. No,
because I was about to say, because you guys are saying that like TWE is kind of like H2O. Like I've been down to local wrestling in Houston, and it's like the same vibe. It has like everything's in the same building. It's the same energy, like good people, and you wouldn't think that it's like this big aluminum box, right? And it's like down like this side street, and it's like in like a residential neighborhood. So me and my girl at the time, we pull up, and I'm like, I think this is it, but is this it? Because like you don't know. It just says like Avenue B. But then I see someone with a Jimmy Lloyd shirt coming up. I was like, this has to be it. Like, there's no way it's not. But if you're ever there, I'm telling you, it's such a cool spot to go to. Yeah, so definitely local wrestling down in Houston. That's a cool spot right there.
I think that's how people feel when they pull up to the H2O Wrestling Center, because it's real nice, business plaza. Meanwhile, there's fucking death matches going on in the back building with craziness going on.
That's one of the best things about it. That's what lures them in.
Yeah. I love it.
Yeah, pretty crazy.
Yeah. So are you catching up? I mean, do you still like watch wrestling every week? Like, do you catch up with like WWE and AEW, other indie stuff?
Unfortunately, I watch everything. Aside from watching like stand-up comedy and comedy podcasts, that's really all I watch is wrestling. So like, I won't check out like a live show. I just 3 hour show I don't have the attention span for. But like when Raw was done last night, I'll go right on YouTube and watch the clips and watch what happened. I'm on my phone, unfortunately, too much. So I'm seeing what GCW is doing and every indie company that's out there. So I have my finger on the pulse, as they say, of what's going on in wrestling. So unless you're some obscure company in the middle of nowhere, I'm aware and mindful of what everybody's doing in the wrestling game today. Yes,
It's a good way to be, though.
Yeah, fucking
Yeah,
right.
I mean,
Yeah.
I'll tell you what. So we wake up this morning and the biggest talk last night was Uncle Howdy and the Wyatt Six. So did you watch that and what did you think?
I saw the clip once they put it up on YouTube. Now it looked awesome, something different.
Yeah,
I know
yeah,
I know some people are going to be into it, some people aren't going to be, but it's something exciting new to see, or something they haven't done in some time since Bray passed. Um,
yeah.
but if they have that knowledge that he had, and then it seems like they got good people running the ship now, behind the scenes and creatively. So I'm excited to see what they're going to do, and they did just enough last night to tease you with it, to pop the crowd, get you interested in it, leave a cliffhanger to make sure you tune in. Friday night on SmackDown and then Monday night on Raw. So I thought it was well done. I enjoyed it.
Yeah, I mean, like the one part that I didn't understand was like, Chad Gable, allegedly he signs like this new deal. He loses to Braun Strowman this week. He lost last week, and it looks like he had a gunshot wound to the head last night. And I'm like,
Yeah.
what's going on? That's like the biggest. Where did Joe go? Yeah, that was like the biggest. That was like the biggest thing. So who from the mainstream can you see? WWE, AEW, even guys from like 5 or 10 years ago. Like, is there anyone like on your list that like you would love to have a match with?
There's one guy, like, if there's one thing that I haven't done that I would like to do, if I ever quit or retired again, which I don't plan to, but if I had to wrap things up, the one thing I want to do, I just want to have one match on television, and I would want to work John Moxley. Like, the idea I've always had in my head was to, if AEW ever ran the Boardwalk Hall in Atlantic City again, I'd be the hometown draw, so it'd probably sell out the Boardwalk Hall. But to work John Moxley on TV, at AEW on a Dynamite or a Collision or whatever, and have it be like the first nationally televised no rope barbed wire match. That's like my one dream match. Even if it's just a regular match, but I think a no rope barbed wire live on TV would be cool. That's like the one thing and one person that I really would want to work with, and check that one off the bucket list of doing something on national television. Mox will be that guy.
So Mox, Asbury Park, or no? You said Atlantic City.
Atlantic City, Boardwalk Hall. Yeah.
Hell yeah. I think they ran there before. I think they did one or two Dynamites there before. So I feel like with that match on the marquee, I feel like that would, do a good house for them.
That match alone would just bring a shit ton of people.
Yeah.
When are you ever going to actually see fucking a no ropes barbed wire on TV? Nonetheless, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I mean, the match with Kingston and Jericho. I mean, that wasn't a no rope, was it? Was it or no?
No.
No.
That would be awesome. To go to Atlantic City and see that.
Yeah, that is front row.
That's the one thing I want to do.
All right. Hey,
have you? I mean, not revealing anything crazy, but have you ever talked to Moxley?
Briefly in the locker room at GCW. I forget whenever the last time he was at GCW.
Right.
I approached him in the locker room, introduced myself, and I had one of Danny Havoc Grant's old elbow pads, and I wanted to give him something because I know when Grant passed, a lot, the family gave out, certain items to, people that were close to him, and I didn't know if Moxley ever got anything, so I wanted to give him something. So I gave him one of Grant's old elbow pads. I gave that to him in the locker room at GCW. So that was our brief initial meeting. That was it.
Right.
Nice. So a favorite. All right, so I would definitely have a couple favorite questions here. Who's on your deathmatch Mount Rushmore?
Ooh.
What was the question that we broke up?
Oh, okay. Who's on your deathmatch Mount Rushmore?
Mount Rushmore. How many is that? 4 or 5?
4.
That's.
4?
I mean, it's 4. I mean, is there any honorable mentions?
Okay.
Yeah.
For me personally, Onita is definitely on there.
Okay.
Just for what he's done in the business and pioneer of deathmatch and hardcore wrestling, and for myself and all what he did for me and what we did together. Nick Gage, Mick Foley,
Okay.
and probably Terry Funk, Foley, Funk, Gage, and probably an honorable mention. I'd probably say Zandig, just for what he did in the amount of time that he did it in, and for what CZW did to the landscape of deathmatch wrestling as a whole. And then I'd have to put one more in there just for his work in the ring and the creative mind that he was. Danny Havoc would be on there as well. So
Okay.
there's my 6 on the Mount Rushmore.
I love it.
Man. Listen, it's hard to get better than them. I mean, I've just the drawings and concepts that I've seen Danny draw up are just amazing. Like things that you have shown in the past, like for when you set up stuff. I mean, it was just incredible. Like watching the documentary that they did on Vice that long ago when they show him setting up him and Alex. It's amazing to see how his brain worked like that. It was just awesome.
A very attention to detail.
Yes.
His drawings were, even more attention to detail. Like he had a great mind for it. It's what he loved, and it showed in his in-ring work and in his artwork, as a whole.
All right. So who would be on your?
I do want to say something though, because it is actually funny that you ask Matt that question, because I've heard that question asked to many people, and Matt's always on everybody else's list.
Yeah,
always.
Yeah,
that's true.
I can't put myself.
we completely understand that, but just know that you're on all of our lists.
That's true.
I mean, you were you and Janela were my son's first fucking favorite wrestlers, and it's just, I couldn't be more thankful for the entertainment that's been over these last 9 years. Has been awesome.
I appreciate it. It keeps me going. Like there's some days, I don't question my passion for wrestling, but it's just like I've been doing it for X amount of time now, and what keeps me going and wanting to do it. First and foremost, I'm lucky enough at this level. I haven't had a regular job since 2013. I've been able to survive off independent wrestling, so I'm very fortunate and thankful for that. And the other thing that keeps me going is you guys that support me and appreciate what we do. I don't know or do anything else. Pro wrestling has consumed my life, since my teenage years. So I'm just, I appreciate that I can, still do it for, 17 years now, going on 18 next year, and then to, do it at a high level, still be able to, get booked, for promotions that are relevant in wrestling, that take care of me and so on and so forth. So I'm very thankful. Very, wrestling has always humbled me in many ways. Because I could be, doing something I don't love or enjoy to do, and being miserable every day. I'm still miserable half the time, but I get to do this and take care of Chrissy and Sullivan, and I just got to go wrestle on the weekends and run H2O. So at the end of the day, I don't have a lot to complain about. So I'm very thankful and appreciative that people do the same towards me, and I'm able to run H2O and still wrestle elsewhere. So it's a long way. So Joe and everybody, like I said, been seeing the same faces for a long time, but it's always good to see those same faces, showing support and supporting you month in and month out, show every show, and it doesn't matter what promotion it is. So it's I'll say it a lot. It's greatly appreciated.
Yeah, and we love coming, and we'll be there this weekend. Yeah. All right. So mainstream Mount Rushmore, who you got?
Oh.
Can't wait to the next question.
I'll put Mick Foley on that list as well.
Okay.
He was my first. Before anything, he was my favorite from day one. The first VHS tape I got was Three Faces of Foley.
Yeah.
Nice. I had that. Yeah.
And I still have it to this day. I'll put the Hulkster on there. I was a big Hulkamaniac growing up. The second ever VHS tape I got at a flea market was WrestleMania 5 with him and Macho Man, that I watched over and over and over again until it didn't work anymore. Man, this is a good one. I haven't really thought about this before. Mainstream, Hogan, Foley. Probably put Stone Cold on there. I was a big Stone Cold fan. Attitude Era. He was the man. I'll put Abyss on there. I'm a huge Abyss fan.
Okay.
Wow.
I really, that those early TNA years, Abyss is another guy. A lot of influence on me, influence on the Killdozer gimmick. And I worked him once years ago at Standalone Wrestling. It was me, Abyss, and Big Scare Dan O'Hare in a three-way match years ago. It might be on IWTV. But he was super cool. He's probably one of the nicest, bigger names in the business that I ever, had the pleasure of working with. Let's see, one more. I'm trying to think. I'll put them both on as one. It's just I'm a big fan of both. Dusty and Cody Rhodes. They'd be my other Mount Rushmore. Just big fan of Cody. Met him before. He was super nice. Sully got to meet him. I'm just a fan of their work. Obviously, his dad. Dusty Rhodes is the man. And it's just like, everything Cody likes, everything Cody does, I like. And he's the son of a plumber. So that'd be my mainstream Mount Rushmore.
Okay.
Before he gets to the next one, the love of the Hulkster really gets me because I know how much Louie loves Hogan.
Oh, that's his number one guy.
Dude, and I tell everybody, like, literally, he's the only wrestler that got me to fall in love with wrestling twice. Because when I was a kid, I was a Hulkamaniac. I had stopped watching wrestling, and then just happened to catch the NWO just flipping through channels one day, and he hooked me again because I still believe if I don't like the NWO, I don't want.
Oh, Joe, what is going on? All right, so he fell in love with Hulk Hogan twice. That's what we know.
He should be a
all right, so here's my other Mount Rushmore question, which is who's on your tag team Mount Rushmore?
Tag team. Dudley's 100%.
Yes. No, that was on mine. Yeah.
Is this mainstream and indie or just tag teams in general?
Whatever you want, and of course, any honorable mentions.
Dudley's, Briscoe Brothers.
Mine, yes.
Hate Club, Nick Gage, Nate Hatred. Man, this is a good one. I'm trying to think more recent too. Briscoe's.
There's a lot.
Dudley's.
Yes, there is.
Trying to think of older teams. I really love the Rock and Roll.
Oh, okay.
And one more. Shit. Trying to think of another. I know there's like another hardcore tag team out there. It's just slipping my mind.
They were on my list.
The Eliminators.
They were on my list.
Eliminators. Yeah.
The Rings.
I'll go. I don't know. Trying to think. It's another ECW team. Off the top of my head, probably RVD Sabu.
Yeah.
Okay.
Very
fair.
Yeah,
That works.
entertaining.
Yeah.
Here's my tag team, Mount Rushmore.
I love it. Because we had Redacted on last week and stumped.
Yeah,
I saw Mouse and Pam Sullivan at Wawa like 3 weeks ago, and I asked them the same question. Jaws hit the floor. They're like, I don't know.
Makes you think.
Never been asked that before. I'm like, got to think about it. I think that's a pretty solid question. No one gets asked to tag team Mount Rushmore.
No, tag team Mount Rushmore always, and it could go so many different ways. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because then you could say like Harlem Heat, fucking Hardy Boys, fucking
yeah.
You can go all over the place.
Heat was man. I love that. They were just.
I put the Steiners on there first, but I took them off for the Briscoes.
Yeah, no. Listen, the Briscoes just was. They were on another level. They probably didn't get signed because of bullshit. You know what I mean? Like they could have been a lot. They should have been a lot bigger than they were, and they were already that big.
Yeah, they were great. Briscoes were great. I never seen them have a bad match.
Ever.
They were
Even
awesome.
in the Murphy wreck.
Mm-hmm.
So Matt, how the Philadelphia Phillies doing this year?
I would say number one team in baseball. I went to the game last week. Buizer, you were there, right?
Yeah, dude, I wound up getting drunk. We seen Grasso was there. Grasso and fucking oh my god, why am I forgetting his name? The referee from AEW.
I don't know.
The one that lives around here. He did the fucking Invisible Man, Invisible Stand. Bryce Remsburg was there.
Okay.
Yeah, Bryce Remsburg and Grasso. I seen them. I just never made it up to you.
Oh, good. Now, a buddy of mine, Steve, he's a season ticket holder. He's been going for years. He's in a wheelchair. Chrissy's known him since he was a kid. She used to babysit him. Now he's like 20-something years old. So he'll hit us up from time to time if we want to go to a game. He's got nice, right in the middle of the ball field, above home plate, like upper level.
Nice.
Real nice seats. it wasn't too hot that day either. I'm not usually too big on day games. I hate the heat, but it was nice and cool. Good game. Yeah, they're playing real good ball. I know they haven't played the Dodgers yet, but they seem to be the number one team in baseball. So they're looking good.
Yeah, that was cool, man. My work took me out for that game, so that was pretty awesome.
Oh,
Nice.
Well, they play the Yankees next month, so
Yeah, they're good too.
yeah, they're not bad.
Yeah, no, they've been flip flopping, running best record. They've been flip flopping the last 2 weeks, both of them.
Nice. Yeah, actually, me and Alfeo, we're going next month. So,
all right, nice.
Yeah. So
my thing, I gotta go back to the anniversary.
Yeah.
That's the main thing coming up, and I don't know how it feels that on your first show you fought Kevin Sullivan, and now on your second night of your anniversary show you're fighting Brandon Kirk, who basically stole the show at TOS, and always been a fan. Always been a fan of also when we used to bury him, but it was always in good fun. But how's it feel to be going up against Kirk at this level? Like, he's probably at the top of his game more than ever now.
100%. I've always been a supporter of Kirk, going back to when he first started at CZW. I remember asking DJ, is Kirk was the new kid on the block that that was going to get the push, and I remember going to the dojo, and then talking to DJ for like a couple hours, and I'm like, I just I wanted to work with Kirk, so we had a few matches at CZW. One of my favorite matches that I had with Kirk was at GCW a couple years ago, and he's been and we had matches at ICW.
Oh, yeah.
And he's been a stable of H2O since he's been here. Yeah, and like you said, he's on top of his game, and he's killing it right now. We always have good matches. I think this Sunday will be a little mix and throwbacks to all the matches that we've had, as far as what we're going to do in the ring on Sunday. But so now it's going to be good. His H2O career is on the line, and my mask is on the line. So
and listen, amongst the fans, most of them don't want to lose either. So this is what makes this match even better.
Yeah, no, it's going to be good. I'm looking forward to it. The Kirks are great. I still think at times they're very underrated. They'll still get love, but they're both very good, and obviously tough as nails. Casey's tough as nails, and Kirk, and he, like you said, he definitely had a good showing at TOS. So if there's anything that's gonna get Kirk to that next level, a deathmatch tournament trophy under his belt is well deserved. So hopefully that's in his future. And if he can't beat me on Sunday, he'll still have a future here at H2O. But now he's great. Yeah, can't say nothing but good things about the Kirks.
Yeah. Like I said, man, I remember from Jimmy's birthday, the first Jimmy's birthday show. Casey got pile driven by Danny from the top rope. Kirk got beat up. I mean, like I said, they used to get beat up like that, and you just can't help but get on their bandwagon at some point because they were getting beat up, and then all of a sudden they were getting better and better and better to where they're both former American Deathmatch champions now. They're both. We can all have our own opinions, but we all know that GCW is one of the top indie promotions, if not the top indie promotion. And now they're working basically all their shows is just a testament to their work ethic and where they at.
100%.
Yeah, speaking of deathmatch tournaments, you got RPW coming up in August.
Yes, yeah, I'm looking forward to that. It's my first tournament I've done in a while.
Yeah,
and now that I see Murdoch has surpassed, I got 2 or 3 more to win. So I'm motivated in that department. So I'm looking forward to King of the Kill. That'd be my first one for them, and it should be fun.
Yeah, and
it's a fun promotion. Again, I hung out with Chris that runs it last Sunday when we were down at POR, and it sounds like a good thing, man. Like I said, we talked about his upcoming show and King of the Kill, and they announced Dread today. I mean, it's literally if not top tier, almost top tier every guy. You know what I mean? Like it's all worthwhile. It's like we said, we could talk about TOS, but this might be the best tournament of summer, really.
It's loaded so far. They got a lot of good entrance participants. It's going to be a good one.
Dude, like Lou coming back to America, he had a stellar showing Mania Week, made a lot of new fans. A lot of people are going to see him. Slap, Redacted, Dread. It's crazy. Jeff King. Can't forget Jeff King. I love the old timer.
Oh, Jeff's awesome. He's crazy, man. I love working with him.
Dude, again, it seems like I'm a mark for Tremont, but dude, you are literally the reason of the 2 trips I'm taking this year so far. So I appreciate it. I'm doing that King of the Kill weekend, and I'm doing your Halloween weekend. So fucking awesome.
Oh yeah.
So in a couple weeks before that, in Asbury, you got Zilla Fatu.
Yeah.
So how did that come about?
I have no idea. Brett never tells me shit. I find out I'm booked in what I'm doing when a graphic appears online, and I'm not on Twitter. Well, I run the H2O Twitter, but I don't have a personal Twitter. So usually it's Brophy or my wife showing me a match graphic, and I'm like, oh, I'm booked. Cool. And then I see it's with the a branch of the bloodline. So I'm pretty excited for that. First time working with one of the the Samoan legacy. So I'm looking forward to that. I watched what he did at GCW this past weekend. He goes hard. So I'm looking forward to that. I see a very Samoa Joe Necro type match with me and him. So I'm looking forward to it.
Will Tremont be the one in what's he 13-1 now? Or 13-0?
Who's 13?
I'm going to try to be.
Zilla has not lost an independent match.
Oh, he's going to acknowledge the Bulldozer.
Yeah.
Well, he's probably been wrestling in his backyard since he was 4.
Right, but I'm just talking about as coming out as Zilla Fatu, he has not lost an indie match yet. He hasn't had many either, but he hasn't lost.
I forgot what show it was.
He's good. He's on a run. It's going to be fun. I'm very excited for that match.
Dude, like I said, the last number I heard was 13. He's had 13 matches.
Crazy. It's in his blood. He's good.
No, he is not. And like I said, and that's not even a knock. Like, look at his matches. The kid's good.
Yeah, I mean, there's something about those Samoans, man. Like every single one of them can go.
And again, Matt knows something about those Asbury shows too. They're fun.
Oh yeah, it's been a while since I've been in that building. I had matches at CZW and GCW at the House of Independence. So I'm looking forward to it. That crowd's right on top of you. They're right there. So expect a packed house and a very eager crowd to see me and Zilla collide for the first time.
Me and Joey want our old spot back, so we're gonna fight for it.
Nice. Yeah, I think me and Joe and Benny will be front row over there. That's gonna be a good time. I'm trying to think what else. Like what else we got going on? What's up, Joe?
I like the GA at Asbury. I like standing around the ring. The seats are cool, but I like the standing part. That was always my spot there.
I don't know. I can't really roll with it, man. The arthritis, can't do it.
I couldn't stand that long. Give me a chair.
That's what I'm saying.
Dude, listen. Last year I couldn't do it, but now the fact that I can, I stand all fucking day again. I love the fact that my back don't hurt no more. So I don't care. Like I'll buy seats at Matt's and I'll stand the whole show if there's nobody behind us.
I mean, if it's warranted, Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
So you mentioned that you would have a cinder block death match again. Who's out there right now that you would want to have that match with?
Oh,
If you had to pick, like in a perfect world.
it's tough because it's. I guess who would be down and willing to do it?
Yeah.
First, that always comes to mind is Neil Diamond Cutter.
Yeah, Neil would do anything. Yeah.
Yeah, and like he was the first that came to mind when we did the fucking 700 light tubes match last year. I knew, I wanted to do something big for the anniversary show, and it all was. I'm like, all right, 7 years. Oh fuck it, we'll do 700 light tubes, and Neil was the first one that came to mind because I know he would be down for the cause and get down and dirty and tell a violent story. So, yeah, probably Neil because I know it's going in there and trusting who you're working with, and as crazy as the match is, still keeping each other safe to the best of your abilities, and then still delivering a crazy violent match. So yeah, Neil comes to mind with it. I know I can go in there with and do the damn thing and do it well with somebody. So definitely the Honey Badger.
I like it. Hey, because he's got Casey this weekend.
Yeah, dude. And he's going bare board, so he's almost there.
Bare boards too. Yeah.
Yeah, that's gonna be rough.
He's got Anthrax the night before in a Saul Reborn match, which I have no fucking idea what Neil has in mind for this match. So yeah,
wait, what is it called?
A Saul
Reborn.
Yeah.
Like the horror movie Saw?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, it's like things from the horror movie and Saw, like all those gadgets and gizmos that kill you.
Yeah, Hammer's going to be working a lot this weekend.
All right.
Honestly, I have not been spoken to about any of this. I think they're talking to somebody else, which I'm okay with. But if they need my help, I'll be there.
You know what?
And I don't think they'll need my help though, because if you know who they were speaking to, you'll understand.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, we need to keep that quiet, but we have our ideas.
Yeah.
I mean, Redacted said that you are the measuring stick.
That's weird. I don't even know how the fuck I'm a measuring stick, but
I mean, you are the weapons expert. That's what he meant.
I guess.
I love Hammer, but we know people that are weapons.
Yeah.
Like
they're up there. I'm down here.
No, they're up there, but you're just not. They're just a little hard. Don't sell yourself short, dude. You've done good shit. It's just they've been doing it a lot longer.
Yeah, 100%.
Hammer knows what he's doing. He helps out a lot here.
Yeah,
I trust what he does because there's people out there that don't know what the fuck they're doing and they're just they're just duct taping shit together and it's not done properly and safely. So I know like we got Hammer here, Scrawny Shawnee, and then pretty much all the students here, Anthrax, Stretch, like they're all great deathmatch wrestlers now, and they all know how to put stuff together, safely. So they all know what they're doing, which is good.
Just to piggyback off the people he just said too, and people like Anthrax and Stretch, man. Not only, these guys are going hard this weekend coming up, so man, you really get behind them. Some of these dudes are doing 3 matches in 2 days. A lot of people on these shows, and in this heat, it's not going to be easy. And we got to give props to all of them. I mean, there's going to be guys that Louie's right in 3 matches. Stretch, Anthrax. There's just a lot of shit going on, and it's going to be a lot of fun for the fans. We got to stick behind our guys.
And I miss those days too. But like back in the day, I mean, it only happened really once with myself, but when ICW was running on 4th of July in the evening,
fantastic,
and GCW was in the afternoon with Backyard Wrestling, and you go to the first show and then you travel from that show to the second show.
Yeah.
That shit is like the most fun that I ever had.
Right. Yeah. No. And then, like I said, with the lineups of both shows that the Sunday afternoon X brand and then Sunday dinner time H2O. I mean, dude, it's stacked from head to toe. We're gonna have literally an 8-hour day of just fun.
Yeah.
I mean, that's literally like 3 shows in 24 hours.
That's what I'm saying. Dude, it's fucking awesome. Yeah. Like, you know what I mean? You got a great card Saturday night, a great card Sunday afternoon, and then a great card Sunday night. I mean, it's just what else can we ask for? We do say we're spoiled in the Jersey, Philly area, and we are.
No, we are.
We are Holland. We are. Just remember that.
Yeah, Donald Holland.
We are definitely spoiled.
Midwest.
H2O running like twice a month. Every once in a while they'll get X brand in there or Bloodstorm. We got GCW. When ICW gets it back up and running, hopefully whenever that is. And then there's shit everywhere, and there's always so many options. And it's
like, and you got the Sean Henderson shows. You got the Intergender Bonanza shows. They're good too. Like, dude, we have so much. It's crazy.
And you have all the companies that run at the Mecca.
That's what I'm saying. Ridgefield Park's right there.
Yeah. Jersey's stacked.
I mean, is it stacked or is it oversaturated? I don't know.
Yeah, but see, the ones that, again, not to be an asshole, but the ones that people would consider to be the oversaturation ones are the ones that we don't go to.
There's a lot that we don't go to.
And there's some good ones that we don't, but like a lot of the ones that we talk about, that cause the oversaturation, we don't go to, and a lot of people don't go to. They just run because they want to or can.
Yeah, there's a company maybe around here in the Ocean County area that
we know you don't.
I offered to buy their company for like $20, and he hasn't gotten back to me yet. So I don't know what the problem is. But
oh, Jesus.
All right, so Matt, let me ask, what are some of your favorite promos that you've ever seen?
That's a good question.
May not have heard you.
Matt, did you hear me?
Matt, can you hear us?
Uh-oh.
Are we having technical difficulties?
We might be.
Matt, can you hear us?
Still here.
Yeah.
All right.
That's all right. My phone was on fire. That's why it kept dropping out earlier. I had to unplug.
Oh.
Uh-oh.
Oh no.
You know what? It's good old fucking StreamYard. That's what it is. It's StreamYard.
Shout out to Jasmine St. Clair again.
At the stage. Okay, we're back. All right. So what was the last thing that you heard?
Something about Ocean County.
Oh, yeah. We don't have to bring that up again.
Yeah. It's just some shindy local around here that, I don't know. Not important. So what I was going to ask was, what are some of the favorite promos that you've ever seen?
What was that? You broke up right before.
Oh my goodness. Some of your favorite promos, whether it's like the Austin promo or anything. What are some of your favorite promos? Like you watched and you've watched it many times.
Yeah. Oh, this is a good one.
Yeah.
That made me think too.
Yeah. Hammer, you can go next. Yeah.
I forget the specific promo, but there's a Eddie Kingston promo that he cut going into his match at Chikara to crown the first grand champion. I think he was about to wrestle Mike Quackenbush at the arena. Really, really, really good. There's probably 4 or 5 Eddie Kingston promos that I can watch and still get chills from. Off the top of my head. There's a few Kingston ones come to mind. Trying to think of a show I was at live and seeing a promo for. It was a good question. I'm drawing a blank at the moment, but what's coming to mind is a few Eddie Kingston promos. A couple for Jakar, a couple for CZW. There's a Ring of Honor one that I remember. Yeah, always good. He's one of my favorites.
Did you ever see his Progress one?
Oh, yes. Yeah.
Where he's got Dragunov?
Oh, yes.
That's fucking badass, too.
Probably a live promo from Kingston, the one he did at ICW.
4th of July.
Yeah, I was there for that one. So seeing that live and then, knowing what that promo did for him.
Yep.
Crazy. So yeah. All Eddie Kingston promos.
Yeah, dude. Can't go wrong.
I mean, so you were definitely an ECW guy, right?
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah. So what do you think of the Paul Heyman Hall of Fame promo, the induction?
Oh, it was good. He I thought it served its purpose, and he threw it back to the old days, throwing on the leather jacket and the headphones and having the big old phone with him. No, I enjoyed it. I think his Hall of Fame speech is the only one I watched. But anything ECW, I'll still go out of my way to watch. I know that they just put out an A&E.
Yep.
WWE biography legends. I still have. I need to watch that, but yeah, but yeah, his Hall of Fame is really good. Anything with Paul Heyman that pops up online, I'll watch. Interviews, podcasts, whatever. Yeah, Heyman's the man.
Yeah, it's like he just keeps getting better.
Yeah.
He's always, caught up with the times. He always knows what's relevant. And it's like he can just continue to learn and he just keeps going.
Dude, he's just amazing. When he popped up at that, like I remember Joey had wanted to go see Evolve, and we just happened to go to that Evolve show that was at 2300. And when he showed up, man, that place went nuts. He started crying. It was fucking awesome.
That's awesome, though. That's an awesome experience, just all in itself.
Yeah, because we were at Evolve. We didn't think he would show up, and he's the fucking first thing we saw.
Yeah. That's nuts.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
So we got to ask. So what's next for Matt Tremont and H2O Wrestling?
Oh, I guess once we get through this weekend, a lot of the stories that are going on now will come to an end, and I look at June and going into the fall as like the second chapter of the year. So we'll start to reset and get some new storylines going into the end of the year. And then as far as me, this weekend I'll base a lot of whatever my future is as far as in the ring with H2O. I'll base off how the shows go and how people react to everything this weekend, whether you still see Killdozer or if you see Bulldozer come. So I like to gauge a lot off of what the people here that are here for the shows, how they're taking in everything.
Yeah, the crowd
and online. Yeah, and like I'll take into play, what the the internet crowd is saying, but I try not to lean into that too much. I try to really go off of our diehard fan base that comes to the shows month in and month out, and what they're liking and enjoying. So yeah, as far as what I'm doing, we'll see how the weekend plays out, and if I continue to do Killdozer, or if there's that right storyline to bring Bulldozer back and go into. But I've got some stuff in mind for the second half of this year that I think will be different from what we've done, and put really now the goal is to, and has been this year, is to continue to put a spotlight on the H2O guys that are here, that came up through the academy, that are now on the main roster. Declan, Duncan, Aleem, Brian Neal. These are all kids that are growing up right before us and developing, themselves as their character evolves and as performers in the ring. So a lot of emphasis and time is going to continue to be building up all the core roster guys at H2O this year. Going into the Ultraviolent Kingdom tournament next month. We got Hustlemania in the fall, the Chattanooga weekend, and then we usually end the show, end the year now with our Torn to Shreds. That's our big show in December. So a lot, like I said, a lot will be determined how the weekend goes, how everyone's reacting to what we're doing, and then we're going to start going into some different directions as far as creatively what we're going to do, for the rest of the year. So I base a lot off of, what the fans are grabbing onto. So I'm very interested to see how everyone's going to react to what we're going to do this weekend, and that'll lead into what we're going to do for the rest of the year.
I'm very interested on how this weekend's going to go too.
Yeah.
Forget Killdozer
just popped in my head, but if this is the last Killdozer entrance, we're gonna headbang for good. We're gonna headbang real good.
I always find you guys. I love it. That's probably my favorite part.
Yeah.
I got to give you a lot of credit, Joe, because when I knew I was going to get, buried and burned alive by Cruel, a lot of the character development of me turning heel and doing a new gimmick, I was still up in the air of what I was going to be called. And then I saw you write fucking Killdozer, and that pretty much was the icing on the cake for me to call myself Killdozer. So you had a lot of influence.
I appreciate that, and I love it. Me and Joey were fucking loving it. When we first heard you call yourself that, we were smiling ear to ear, man. It was fucking awesome.
Hell yeah. I love going around the ring and then finding you guys to do the headbanging. That's a highlight of what I get to do here. So I look forward to doing it this weekend with you.
Fucking right.
Oh man, that's gonna be good. Joe, did you send him over that the Separate Ways rap song?
No, we'll have to do that.
Oh,
so he could be the Hood Dozer next.
Hood Dozer.
Yeah. Well,
he already is the Black Abdullah the Butcher.
Oh, you
That's
beat
right.
me to it. Yeah. I am Black Abby now.
Yo, some of the pictures people made though were fucking hysterical, man.
Oh, they're tremendous. I love it. God. Abdullah was so awesome all weekend, and he just I don't know. My wife will say it, but she's like, a lot of the old school guys kind of just gravitate towards me, and they're comfortable. And Abby said I looked like somebody from back in the day he used to work with, and he was super cool. So, and then Twitter blew up, and yeah, I the one picture of me with a dashiki on my head. I loved it all. So yeah, Black Abdullah all day.
Yeah,
I love it.
Great, man.
Oh man, that's great stuff.
It is.
Oh man, that's great.
So, do you have a favorite match looking forward to this weekend?
I'm gonna say for night number one, I'm most looking forward to Austin and Declan
Ah,
in the dog collar
yeah.
match.
Yeah.
Both of them are so good. They're very good wrestlers. And then when Austin has dabbled in doing the hardcore, he's done a tremendous job. Declan can do both and do both well. There's a reason why Declan was champ before, and there's a reason why Austin's been now the longest reigning champ in H2O history. So I'm looking forward to that match the most on night one, and then night two, probably a toss up between the All Out War. I'm pretty excited to have Pondo and Shadow WX back here. Shadow WX for the first time here, and then the main event with Neil and Casey. I'm looking forward to both of them a lot.
Yeah, dude, that all out war match has nothing but standout people in it, and it's fucking that's gonna be fun. That's gonna be real fun. The all out war matches that you've had at that arena are fucking incredible. The fans just they eat it up, man. It's gonna be awesome.
Yeah, no referee, no rules. They've been some of the wildest. The first one we did with Kennedy, Ross Bradley, Chondo, Schlack, and
O'Hare.
It's still one of the wildest matches in this building.
Insane.
Yeah.
I love it.
Well,
I'm any H2O trading cards coming? I gotta re-up. I need more.
Did you hear that, Matt?
Did you say it broke up? No,
H2O trading cards.
H2O trading cards. Are you getting any more?
Oh, I would definitely like to. It was a process getting the first set made. So if I can find another way to get them made and get more of them, because we didn't have a lot and they sold so quick. I just have a couple loosies of a couple random people still left. But the sets went so quick, and I felt bad because I know not everybody was able to get them. So if I can find another distribution with them and to get more quantity, I would definitely like to keep doing the cards, because everybody liked them, and I was very happy with the first set we did. So definitely, hopefully more merch in the future. It's one thing we've lacked on. So having physical merch at the shows, like we always had posters and DVDs and stickers and stuff like that, but cards and T-shirts, we've never had H2O hats. So there's a lot of merch I'd definitely like to get for H2O in the future.
Nice. I don't know, guys. Anything else?
Ready for the weekend.
Hammer, weapons expert.
I don't really have much to say.
No?
I can't believe this.
I've been listening and agreeing, or throwing in my 2 cents here and there. Do you have and Matt, anything that's coming up that's not H2O that you want to try and plug, if you care to plug?
Oh, I know. After this weekend, I'm in New York. I think Long Island. I think it's St. James, New York, for Remarkable Wrestling.
Yeah.
They're doing the first ever on the Indies. They've made like a WWE style elimination chamber. So I'm in a fucking elimination chamber match at Remarkable Wrestling.
I did see it. Yeah.
I'm looking forward to that. They got the pods and everything. I'm in it. Desmond Cole, Gabe Sky, and 3 other guys. I forget the names at the moment. But I'm looking forward to that. So that's Saturday, June 29th. And then the first week of July, it's unannounced, but I'll be a surprise somewhere at a show where I haven't been in a very long time. So I'm looking forward to that. That's the first Saturday of July, July 6th. I'll be somewhere I haven't been in some time, and then I think the rest. I got July's a slow month, so I think the rest of July I just got H2O Ultraviolet Kingdom on the 19th, and then we got a Sunday show on the 28th at 4:00. Savage Summer, and then what else is coming up? August GCW King of the Kill, H2O on the 17th. So August picks up a little bit, and then but yeah, so plenty enough for me though, where I can still have rest in between and not kill my body. So which I still being able to get booked after all these years, I greatly appreciate. But if I'm not wrestling every weekend, I'm okay with that. Just so I can keep my body and my mind in one piece.
I love
the mind is the main thing to keep in one piece. Yeah,
man. It's a healthy thing.
Yeah. For years I went hard, every weekend, multiple matches, death matches, tournaments. I wore myself thin for a little bit, so I try to be a little smarter with what bookings I take, or what comes my way, and trying to space that a little bit so I can heal up. Even this past weekend, Hammer was with us, so I was up at Beyond. I took one bump in the match, and I just fell the wrong way. I've been walking funny all week, so I'm like, all right, I gotta chill and get myself ready for this weekend. So the body doesn't heal up as fast as it used to, but
to be fair though, at Beyond it was a tornado tag team match, so
yeah,
it was a little crazy. It was a little crazy.
It's a lot going on with that.
Yeah, exactly. Fucking people in and out of the ring the whole time.
Yeah.
Like somebody's outside, then all of a sudden two people jump outside. It was a good weekend. It was fun to people watch there, and it was also fun for the wrestling show because they did a whole parking lot flea market, and the heavy metal parking lot is what it was called, and they had the parking lot flea market in the morning. That ended at 3, then Beyond started at 4, and then they went on. They were main event because actually that was the very first time that Matt Killdozer tag teamed with Cruel as Legion. So,
I do like that name.
What happened?
I do like that name.
Yeah, that's.
Legion. One tag team match I would absolutely love to see is you and Cruel against the Soul Taker and Blue Cane.
all masks.
I listen. I don't think it's impossible. I can dream here. I actually pitched it to Justin from X Brand like a few weeks ago.
I was gonna say, talk to X Brand.
Yeah, I threw it out there. He goes, I don't know, Rich. I'll see what I can do. I think like the visual of that would be so cool, and yeah, why not? It's wrestling.
Never say never. The wacky world of wrestling has always surprised us.
Yeah,
we're always surprised.
You know. Oh man, I don't know.
I love it, man.
Oh, it's the best shit ever.
Is there anything else that you want to plug, Matt?
Aside from this weekend,
that's our main goal. I can't wait for this weekend.
And he does have shirts available on Deathmatch Worldwide.
Deathmatch Worldwide, shout out there. Definitely get some Bulldozer merch.
Yeah, you got
Bulldozer. I'm sorry.
And Killdozer and Bulldozer stuff on there. H2O stuff on Deathmatch Worldwide. Appreciate Corey, what he does, and sells the shirts and stuff for us. And just this weekend, man. Just we're tickets are moving, getting reserved. So I'm expecting good houses this weekend, which is always good. So yeah, whoever can come out Saturday and Sunday to the building, enjoy the hot weather inside here. I got to bust out the fans and we'll have the garage door open this weekend. It'll be too hot. But,
I can't wait to see how much Servino sweats.
This weekend is coming in hot though, and it's going to be fucking fire. The whole weekend's going to be fire.
Yeah, and we're not talking about the temperature.
Right.
H2O, then fucking X brand, then H2O again.
Dude, I love it.
Everybody's got a stacked card every show.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's going to be fun.
And you know what? It's also a great time to be a wrestling fan because there's so much out there, and there's a lot of quality stuff too.
Yeah.
Yes.
There is.
Yeah.
That's why we made the joke about the oversaturation, but I love what we love.
No, 100%. There was a point in time, like South Jersey years ago, was just nothing. The quality wasn't great, but the companies that, at least in this area that I know of, are running now. You know, everybody has their fan base, and it seems like everyone's doing well. They're drawing what they need to draw and putting on good shows. So, if everybody can, you know, do their own thing and you know, prosper and do good, you know, best of luck to everybody. It's running shows this weekend and every weekend, but should be good.
Actually, is there like a state or a country that you haven't wrestled in yet that you want to?
Australia would be the
Okay.
country. State-wise, man, I don't know. Probably one of them obscure places that Brett's run, but look really nice, like Utah or Wyoming. I've never worked there, but they that venue they just ran in Denver or in wherever in Colorado. They just
That's
ran.
a cool spot.
Yeah, that the production and everything, that venue looked great on camera. Like I guess those places, and then overseas wise, yeah, Australia would be number one. I haven't worked there. Definitely would like to go back to Japan again. So, you know,
Australia, you hear that, Joel Bateman?
Yeah,
Looking at you, get him over.
solid rock.
Yeah. I mean, who knows? Maybe GCW is going to be in Hawaii too. Another
that'd be nice.
random place. Yeah.
Hawaii. That's
Hawaii.
Yeah, that's weird.
Right? Very weird.
In a wrestling like mentality, it's Hawaii's just all right. Like okay,
Right?
okay.
It just doesn't sound right, but it'll be good.
Yeah, very out of the box, but
Yeah.
no, I'll be going. I'm going to treat myself to a nice little 40th birthday.
Oh, you're going?
I want to. It's a week before my birthday, and I only turned 40 once, and I've never been there. So,
Okay. All
yeah,
right.
Marty wants to go. And I'm like, all right.
Oh,
we'll
damn.
go.
All right.
I know. He wants to. You know, he has to make his Hawaii debut. He has to make his New York City debut.
Yo, Party Marty's got to be everywhere. Everywhere.
Exactly.
He's like the next Mittens.
He's the modern day Mittens.
Oh. So we're just gonna wash Mittens out to the old school now.
Mittens.
Yeah, he's done.
He ruined that by running the bases in a goddamn blow up outfit.
That was a great video.
Oh my god. Yeah, that was good. Good.
Mittens knows I love him. I'd let that motherfucker stay at my house all week if I could.
Yeah, playing
We
Nintendo
play 3-way No Mercy Battle Royals with Perry Saturns, all of us.
Wait, so time out, you were all three of you were Perry Saturn?
Oh yeah. Because if you remember No Mercy, they had different outfits. So somebody's got to be the ref Perry Saturn, and somebody's got to wear the green short Perry Saturn.
You guys are out of control.
Yeah, dude. I don't know. It all came from my son, and it's just Perry Saturn mania.
Nice. Matt, did you play those games? Nintendo 64, the No Mercy and the World Tour and Revenge?
I played those. Like I had PS1 and 64, Dreamcast.
Yeah.
Once it got after PS2 is when I stopped playing video games. Like, but I got a PS4, but I barely play it. I'm decent at the basketball and football games. Every other game I'm trash at. So, but I rarely play anymore.
Well, whoever made
Yeah,
you in
I hear you.
2K24 was really good.
Nice.
2K24.
Did you see that? Did you see the H2O arena in the?
Yeah,
Uh,
dude,
Yeah,
it's got the banners and everything.
That was
Yeah,
so cool.
it looked all. I've seen a
Yeah.
couple. I got tagged like 2 of them, but yeah, they look on point. They look awesome. So whoever took the time out to do that, very, very cool.
Very
Is that dude Vinny does them from
Okay,
Wrestle UK Creations.
yeah, that's sick. I ain't got the patience to do all that, but God bless them. They look awesome. They're fantastic.
Yeah.
Well,
He did his thing. Mm.
So I'm coming back to a conversation in a couple half hour ago, whatever hour ago. Matt, you were talking about H2O on the road. You're going to be doing TWE. Are there any other places that you would like to work? H2O would like to work.
I think off the top of my head, 2 places that are realistic and feasible that we could possibly run, just because of relationships I have in those 2 areas. So getting a building and a ring and all that, and just personally, obviously Philly. Like I would love to run the arena one time.
Okay.
And in New York, possibly at like the NYWC building,
ooh,
would be very nice to do in the future. So off the top of my head, the New York and Philly would be cool.
And where is like a dream destination? New place that you've never been, maybe, anything of that sort. A dream destination.
Dream would be in running in Japan, taking H2O to Japan. That'd be the big dream, 100%.
Okay.
Whether it be Kurgan Hall or Shinkiba First Ring, that'd be pretty dope.
that would be.
That'd be
Like-
fucking phenomenal.
Yeah, man.
That would get me there.
I mean, you've never really been a guy to be like, oh, I want to wrestle at Madison Square Garden, right? You've always been that. You never really cared to really be in WWF, right?
Nah, never. Would it be cool? Yeah, but it's never something that I've really dwelled on in the past. No.
Yeah.
So what if we take it around the corner though, and not at Madison Square Garden? What about like Hammerstein Ballroom?
Oh yeah, that'd be awesome too.
Okay.
Even if we could run the showboat again, because H2O did run the showboat twice.
That was fun.
With GCW, and we had 2 good shows, and we drew pretty decent too. So if we could run the showboat again in the terminal, that'd be pretty cool too. So never know, but yeah, that'd be pretty cool.
All right.
So it's all ideas up in the air, floating around.
Yeah.
You know.
Throwing it out there in the universe.
Yes.
That's it. Yeah. What you got, Joe?
I don't know. I didn't know Willie Mays was still alive.
Where did that come from?
He just died. I didn't know he was still alive.
We're talking about wrestling, and all of a sudden, he's
Dude,
like,
it was
Willie Mays.
weird. Like I got 4 messages, and they all said Willie Mays just passed away. I didn't even know he was alive.
Oh boy. Okay.
No disrespect at all. I mean, he's one of the greatest players of all time, but I really thought he was dead already. Whoops.
I can't.
R.I.P. Willie Mays.
Yeah, dude, I feel bad now because that was just a weird situation. I was like, Why am I getting all these text messages?
That's fucking great. Oh my god.
Love all sports.
I mean, I don't know. I'm not seeing anything, but
What?
I don't know. We'll see. All right. I mean,
What are you trying to see? It was on ESPN.
when? Like just now?
Yeah, that was the other thing I got was an ESPN alert.
Oh. Yeah. I don't get those. All right. I'll take your word for it. I'll check it out later on.
I'm not gonna make something that bad. Jesus.
Yeah.
But I am definitely looking forward to this weekend.
This weekend's going to be bananas.
Super appreciative that you guys came on here, Matt.
Yeah.
Always a fucking stand-up guy from the moment I met you.
No problem.
Yeah. Thank you so much for coming on, man. We really do appreciate it. Thank you for taking the time and just shooting the shit and talking wrestling.
And we are going to bring that fucking fire this Saturday and Sunday, no doubt.
Oh yeah, no problem. I haven't done a podcast in probably a couple years, and
All right.
for you, Joe, you asked me, I'll come on for you guys, 100%. So, because I've had a lot of people hit me up, and they're probably gonna be mad once this goes out. They're like, "Oh, he didn't do my fucking podcast." But I'm probably gonna have to do some more now. But no, for you guys, 100% all day. Thank you, I appreciate it.
But also, Matt, you have to do the rings this weekend for Joe.
We need the rings of Saturn.
Oh my! That place will
just remind me. I'll forget. But if
right.
you shout it out during the match, I'll fucking do it.
Yes. All right.
Oh my god!
I'm
gonna tag Mance Warner in it.
I'll put them on. I'll put the rings on Gigi on night one during the tag match. Just yell it out and remind me.
I got you.
Oh man! If this really happens, oh my god!
but like I tell people, man, the fucked up thing is we started chanting that, and then all of a sudden it showed up in Japan twice, and on WWE TV. It hadn't been used in years.
Joe, you're a trendsetter. That's what it is. You're a trendsetter.
And I get to fight with Mance Warner every show. It's great.
Yeah. Who knows? Maybe you'll take his girl too.
Whoa.
Why even fucking throw that one out there? Come on, Rich.
I'm a Viva Van fan.
Oh man.
Like I said, man, we just have fun on here.
All good fun. It's all good fun.
If anybody that's actually watching, I know it's at the end of the podcast. I don't know if you actually made it this long, but if you're in the area this weekend in South Jersey in Williamstown, or in where the fuck? Howell.
Fucking Howell.
Yeah, sorry. Hey, I forgot fucking Sweet Caroline too.
So. It's crazy. I'm saying fucking Howell because like I would have never thought there'd be shows in Howell again.
But yeah, if you're in those areas this weekend, come out to the shows. You got 8 years on Saturday and Sunday at H2O Arena. And 41 Sparrow Road. Center. And oh damn, he knows the whole address. I got to put that shit in the GPS. Once I get in the surrounding area, I know where I'm at. You know,
right next to Anytime Fitness.
That's right. I can drive there blindfolded.
But definitely fucking come out to the shows because the shows are gonna be fucking bananas this weekend.
Yes.
Between hanging out with the fans and also watching the actual matches, dude, they're always fun. They're always excitement.
Yeah.
Gonna be fun. I'm looking forward to it.
Fucking right.
All right.
Everybody.
All right. Yeah, we'll talk for a couple more minutes. I'm gonna end the recording, but America, thank you so much for tuning in. We appreciate it. And until next time, this is the WrestleDeath podcast. Some call it the Wacky World of Wrestling podcast. somebody referred to it as the These Bitches Be Tripping podcast too. So
We've had that.
yeah,
Yes,
have a
we
couple
have.
of those. All right, America. Peace out.
Peace.
Later.